I have chased my fiancée all my life. Became a doctor only because she wanted to marry a doctor. Found her cheating. What am I supposed to do? Chased my fiancée all my life. Tried hard to be successful because she wanted a doctor. She is still cheating. I know if people are going to see this they're going to call me a stalker or a simp or whatnot. But it is what it is. I, M28, have loved my fiancée, F27, since the day I have known what love is. We met when I was 15 and she was 14. She was beautiful, like someone you'll see once in a mall and remember her even after 10 years. I'm sure everyone has at least once seen such a girl. She was also sweet and fun. She had many issues at her home which affected a lot of her life choices, but you'll never see her in a bad mood. But she was materialistic, and she never denied that. She always wanted good things and she accepted it. I liked her for it because she wasn't pretentious or fake. When I first interacted with her she made it clear she will only marry a doctor. She also had good reasons and a story for it, and I do acknowledge that. I accepted it. See, I wasn't very good at studies but not an absolute dumbbottom either. So I gave it my everything. We live in country where if you are a middle-class kid you have to pass a crazy hard competitive exam to get into a good government-run medical school, because frankly we didn't have enough money to get into a private one. I had to try 2 years after graduating high school to finally get into a medical school. All while I was stuck at home trying to study and she was doing a degree in arts after high school. When I was preparing for the entrance she was just a friend, not too friendly but not too distant either. She made it clear it was nothing more than friendship though. I also heard about her dating other people but I didn't care because in my mind I always thought of marrying her eventually. I know this sounds creepy but it is how my mind worked. So when I finally got into medical school she changed. She got more friendly to me. She broke up with her boyfriend and then we started dating after a while. Medical school is long, so when I was in school she had already graduated and was teaching in a secondary school, which was not very stable or high-paying. But she stuck with me all through the medical school. After I graduated, I joined a hospital. Pretty good pay. Although I had long shifts the pay was pretty good. During this period she told her parents about me. Her parents were pretty happy too, because in my country everyone wants a doctor's son-in-law. We have been engaged for a year now. We would have married already but I'm doing post-graduation in dermatology, which is how I found about her cheating actually, and it is quite hectic to even attend someone else's marriage let alone be mine. 2 weeks ago I saw my fiancée had red spots on her body, mostly on her back. I checked everything and I diagnosed it's possibly due to bed bug bites. She panicked but I just told her there are no issues because we'll just clean our houses and it won't happen again. So we checked both our places. She has rented a house near to her school and I have a hostel room in the hospital premises which the hospital provides to PG trainees, although I mostly live at her place. We didn't find anything much. So I told I must have diagnosed wrong and I told her we should get her blood tested. She was very hesitant because she is very afraid of needles but I said it's necessary. So I told her to come to the hospital the day after when she gets free from her school. The next day she came to the hospital from her school with a male colleague. I had met him earlier so I was cordial to him. We got her blood sample to pathology lab and I started to talk with this colleague of her. I asked him where does he live and he told me where. That just rang a huge fucking bell in my head. Because you see in OPD we see hundreds of patients in a day of the surrounding areas. We see many people from the same area having papular urticaria, which is a fancy way of saying insect bites. The bites can be of any insects or even bed bugs, but that particular area has a swamp area which gets dried out in summers and the whole area gets papular urticaria symptoms. It's a common regular thing and everyone in our dermatology department knows it. So I just blurted out, do you have any red swellings on your body or anything? He said yeah a little. Just after he said it he went back on his words and said nothing much though, just like mosquitoes and all. But it had already registered in my mind. After he left I took my fiancée back home. But I had this feeling that didn't go. The next day I saw her reports and she had no issues. So I just called her and told her I found no issues. I just took insect bite meds for her and gave her. In 2 to 3 days she was alright. But I couldn't get this feeling out of me. So one night I checked her phone when she slept. I went through her phone. I had never done it all my life. I found nothing. But I couldn't get through this nagging feeling. The next day I took a break from my shift and went near her school and followed her when she left. She went straight to home. When I saw this I just scolded myself for being such an a-hole and being so suspicious. But for the next 3 days I kept doing the same. On the 3rd day I saw her leave with that colleague and I saw them go to his house. Here my world shattered. I have loved her all my life. I changed my life for her. She wanted to marry a doctor so I became a doctor. Didn't she say she will be with someone who is more successful than her? Then what the hell was she doing with this bum? I have nothing against teachers, but he literally earns in 4 months what I can earn in 1. Why the hell did I work this hard? Why the hell did love her so much? Since that day I have said nothing to her. Because I don't know what to do. I have built my whole life around her. I just keep saying to myself what I didn't have that she had to go someone else? I know I'm not super handsome, but I'm not that bad looking either. She is way out of my league, I know, but I have worked all my life so that I could be able to be someone she can remain with. If this is what she wants, why has she stayed with me all these years? You know I have had no issues with her ever. She has been the perfect girlfriend. She cares for me, she supports me. I have literally slept on her laps for hours while she sat there stroking my hair. So what is this now? Where did this go wrong that she has to go to someone else? What were the last 8 years? I know this is getting quite long, but I have nowhere to go to. I don't have many close friends because she was my everything, because my life revolves around her. I can't tell this to my family because I don't want anyone else to find out. What do? I know it might be that no one sees this, but what am I supposed to do? Update. I'm updating this to address to all the people who have commented or PM'd me. People who have given genuine advice, I thank you. I will try to keep in mind everything you have said. I have also offended people by disrespecting teachers. I'm sorry for that. I was feeling very low and the negativity just came out. I didn't think a man feeling low or having low self-esteem and saying that honestly here will bring so much negative emotions in people. Some people have been outright hostile and abusive. I do understand that people don't like a man being weak. I'll try to strengthen that about me. Yes, I do accept I'm coming off as naive, obsessed and whatnot. Emotional attachment of 13 years does not go in a single day. If it does for you, then maybe I'm not as strong as you. But all this negativity has at least numbed me. I do think this will help me to confront her and face up my life. I didn't think I was emotionally strong enough to do that, so I guess it has helped me a little. Also, people who have texted me saying this seems fake and everything, I wish that was true. I wouldn't be in such condition right now. If it comes off as too flowery or seems like written by AI, then I have to say I'm sorry, I can't write in bad English purposefully. Our education system has crammed into us the power to write in correct English with slaps, sticks, sandals and whatnot. If there are grammatical mistakes and anything else, I will accept that. And no, I'm not abusive. I have never been. I come off as a stalker, following her and everything. I know. I missed some of my medical duties for that, which I never thought I will. So I think I can't go any lower than that.